what's up guys? It's me, Ben with Maker Decor. For today's video, we're going to be covering Xtool's screen printing. So with these, you can use with any CO2 laser. You don't need the Xtool specifically, but some of the options that Xtool has that go along with this make the process so much easier than I had to deal with since I'm not using an Xtool laser at this time. So you can buy the Xtool screen printing screens from Xtool and use them on your laser. I have the link down below. You can go ahead and check those out. So one of these, this is just single color. These right here are two colors, and I'm going to show you how you can do that with Xtool's new screen printing process. So these are the Xtool screens that we're getting out, and they're going to go into the Xtool screen frame. These are these bigger boxes below. Okay, so once you get everything out, it's actually super simple and super easy to put together. I know I'd kind of seen some videos and they look kind of difficult, but actually when I got them in and I started messing around with them, as soon as you start doing one or two, you're like, oh, okay, I figured out what they want me to do. At first you're like, oh, what do I do? No, you're just sliding them in at a slight angle and then twist them in and they're locked in. So we're gonna put the cardboard in the center, and then you're gonna peel off that cardboard. Some of the glue stuck to mine a little bit on the sides, but it was easy just pull off and really did no harm for the screen. Next, we went to the laser. You're actually gonna put these in upside down and mirror your image. So the first one I did, I actually forgot to mirror. So I think I was already halfway done, and I realized, I'm like, wait, I forgot to mirror this. So I had to restart that again. And the settings are actually gonna vary depending on your machine, the wattage, the speed. So you may have to play with the settings a little bit to get yours the way you want to. Again, if you're using the Xtool, they already have the numbers they recommend and you just plug and play. But for ours, I did have to practice a little bit with it. And next, all we're gonna do is line up the t-shirt. I have this little jig that I had purchased with my sublimation printer, and it kind of aligns the top for me so I know more or less where to put the screen printing. Next, we're gonna apply the paint. I have no experience really in screen printing. This is not something that I do, or I've never did the original screen printing. I just have a laser, and this is just a cool option to have. One thing that I will tell you is there's a lot of different things how you can do t-shirts. So you can do sublimation, which I do have a sublimation printer. One of the problems you run into with that is it really only works for polyester. So if you're being specific on what clothes you want to wear, you're not going to do cotton. They have sprays, and I've tried those sprays. It just doesn't come out right. But the sublimation printer definitely does have its benefits, but you're really stuck to only using mostly polyester. Where screen printing really excels is you can put it almost on anything. It does cotton, everything. It works out great. The hassle with that is you usually had to process the film to make these, and you had to have like a little dark room or a UV light. You had to do a whole process to make these, and I never wanted to learn the process or get all the supplies and have all that stuff. So when they came out with this, it was a little just this little option. I have a little table that I can put away. I can get some of the screens, and whenever I want to screen print, I can just cut out with my laser, put it in, and go. And so that definitely got my eye attention to this, and that's why I purchased this. So if you have a laser and you already have something like that, hopefully this is a bonus add-on that you can actually do if you want to make t-shirts for yourself or have a little side business. This definitely gives you a lot of options, and it's a great tool, limited space. It's basically runs off a laser. So if you have a laser, works out great. And if you're looking into getting a laser and this is another option that you want to add on to, Xtool has this where they have it packaged together. You can get the laser that works great with this, and you can still do other stuff with your laser. And yes, you can get other things such as like a DTF printer, DTG printer. It's just the reason I haven't gotten any of those is because I don't want to make t-shirts every day. I don't want to be printing stuff every day. And the thing with those printers is you have to run ink through them every day, or like a bunch of maintenance every day to make sure they don't get clogged. They're very expensive, thousands of dollars. And I just don't want to deal with that mess of just, okay, maybe I missed 2 or 3 days because I didn't want to make anything, and I just ruined my printer and I have to buy a bunch of supplies again. So this option definitely works out for me, someone who I'm not gonna be printing t-shirts every day. If I want to make a t-shirt and I'm like, I want to make this, I just want to be able to pull out the stuff, make it, and then I can put it away, and I don't have to mess with this stuff a week, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months from now. I'm like, oh man, let me make some t-shirts. I got an idea. I can pull this out, and it definitely works out great for me. So if you have a laser, you're looking into getting a laser, this is just an extra bonus add-on that you can do a lot of cool stuff with screen printing. Holding down the frame to make sure it doesn't move, and a nice smooth 45-degree gentle slide that you're just kind of applying the paint on. People do forward, backwards, however you want to do it. Worked out great for me. The thing I really love about this, and the reason I got this, is because you can do multiple colors. And what I like about this, it has a locking mechanism. So if you make the 2 screens, 3 screens, 4 screens, a bunch of different colors, you just lock it in place, use your color, you unlock it, and you bring the next screen, and it locks right in place. You don't have to worry about all that movement. And for me, since I was doing 2 colors, I wasn't sure about how long I had to wait. So you definitely, once you do 1 color, make sure it dries. I actually have like a little baby heat gun that I just kind of ran over for like 10 seconds. No, I didn't want to really do it. Like, I'm not trying to melt the t-shirt. I just like real quick, like a little 10-second flash with the heat gun. And I was able to do the very next screen over on the second color, which came out awesome. Definitely love the colors we made. And one of the things that I love about this versus a Cricut of vinyl. So I used to do, we had a Cricut vinyl, right? And I would make t-shirts, my wife would make me t-shirts, and I'm like walking with her, we're at Walmart or we're at the mall or something, whatever t-shirt she made me, right? And you would see peeling, and I'm like, oh man, embarrassing, right? I'm like, and my wife will peel it off, and I'm like, oh, this looks cheesy, I hated it. Vinyl does work after you wash it once in a while, like, it just doesn't stick on as I would hope. So with screen printing, you don't really have that effect. It stays on there. You don't have to worry about that whole process of learning how to make these screens. Just use a CO2 laser, put it on, and then do your color, and that's paint on there. This was just a couple of hours ago, and I can tell like this is just, it's on there, it's part of it. It's not coming off, it's not gonna peel. Definitely love the feeling of that. Love the way it came out, especially compared to something like a vinyl or anything where it's just super thick and easy to peel. So just wanted to put this video out together for you so you have a chance. If you do have a laser, I know I get a lot of people who ask me questions about the laser. I always try to give the best information I can that I have. You can do so many things with laser, from material to cut, to make, to design now, and it's even more affordable when you see the way lasers are. So I have a bigger laser that I had actually bought on Facebook Marketplace. I kind of regret it. It's an older laser. I paid thousands of dollars for it, and I should have just waited and done some research and probably just purchased something else a lot smaller with almost the same power now. So if you look at that, the lasers have made a big jump within the last year or two. They've gotten a lot smaller and a lot more powerful. I have a big old laser that's older, and it doesn't even have a camera that you can kind of orient yourself, and that's almost standard on almost all lasers. Even the lesser expensive lasers come with a camera. Mine doesn't. So definitely do some research when you're looking out to get a laser if that's something you're interested in. Again, Xtools linked down below. They do have a lot of beginner friendly lasers, but make sure the laser you purchase is exactly what you want to use it for. Some have a strong enough laser to do certain things, and some have a stronger laser to do other things. So do your research. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer the best I can, but I know other people will have their knowledge too, and so it definitely helps out, helps grow this community. I also have another video coming out pretty soon where I talk the difference between a CNC machine and a laser machine, because that's one of the questions I get asked so much, is because they're very similar and a lot of stuff overlaps. So you want to know, which one should I go with, either first or only? So I cover some of the topics, the difference between a CNC and a laser machine. So that video should be coming out very soon. So make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to see that video. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.